Hello everybody, I'm back, and today I can barely breathe. This thing is a lot thicker than it looks, and I slightly can't see. So originally, my idea for this video was not to get paint in my eye, was to draw on a squishy, or paint a squishy, which I had started. I actually started painting it with puffy paint, and it's not working like I thought it would. And the paintbrushes I have to help spread it are very weird and not working like a paintbrush should. So I'm scrapping that idea, and instead we're going to draw a picture, I suppose. I didn't have an idea after, that's why I am kind of upset. Oh. I got distracted by a freaking hair. So this is my book. It's my notebook. It's what I put all my everything in. It's got a lot of everything in it. So, this will be story time. This is the picture that's on the back of the story. It's supposed to be upside down. It's like a girl going from the ceiling, like hanging upside down. I don't entirely remember what her story was supposed to be. Funny, right? But, I'm reading this story. I wrote it myself. It's a short story. It's got a front and back. So, tell me what you think. I'm nervous. I don't usually read these, like, my stories out loud. Like, I'm actually nervous right now. I'm kind of regretting this idea. I don't want to. I'm afraid of what people will think. Oh, what if I get in trouble for this? What would I get in trouble for? It's my choice. I'm so scared. Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna probably read it really bad, because I have like a 3rd grade reading level. It's really bad. So, oh boy. Before I start, my stories are quite morbid, really depressing, sad, kind of really moody. I don't think I've wrote a story yet that's on the happier side. They usually all have meaning to them, and a pretty dark meaning to them. I'll explain the meaning after this one, or after I read this one. And I probably have to cut a lot of it out. Okay, I'm starting. I'm starting. Please, if anybody does watch this, please be nice to me in the comments. I'm a new writer. I just started writing a couple of weeks ago. Okay, I just gotta get it over with. Alright. It starts as it always does. I'm standing at the foot of the bed, staring at his lifeless dead body. I'm holding a cleaver instead of a pair of scissors, but it's still dripping with blood. His blood. This time I'm wearing a white wedding dress instead of a short red party dress, but it still has floral embroidery all around it. If I turn my head away from him, I see a balcony door. It's a glass door, but it also has a floral pattern on it. This is when I normally look back at him, only to see that his body is gone. Maybe it will change if I just walk out of the door. This time is different. Before, I've only been able to make it to the liquor bar. But this time I'm in the living room. It's torn to pieces. I hear a thump behind me, followed by footsteps. Why don't I turn and just run? Like always, he whispers I love you in my left ear. But that's different. He usually says, got ya. But nonetheless, I gotta turn the page. That's when the fear kicks in. But just like every time, I have no time to react. As he takes the same knife I'm holding and plunges it through my back. I fall to the ground, staring up at his face, only to recognize him as someone who will always haunt my dreams. Okay, that's that. Okay, now that I've put this in a video, I'm really worried now. I'm afraid what people might think. Like, the girl's too morbid. She's too young to be thinking of these things. But it's not bad, because like you got people doing all sorts of things nowadays, right? But I'll explain to you the meaning behind it now if you don't already know. That was my washer. I don't know if you heard that or are getting rumbled. It's really shaking. So, the meaning behind it is that you're starting in a room, in a bedroom. It's a dream. Or an induced coma, like a, what's the word, like a, you're hypnotized. A vision of sorts, I suppose. The first clue, as for the meaning, is that you're wearing a different outfit. He is dead, like lifeless on a bed, on his body, and you're originally, when you first started seeing him, you're at a party. Hence the red party dress. After a while, you and this person, whomever it may be, you decide to get married. But it goes wrong, and you decide to end it. Hence, him being dead on the bed. The bed was meant to symbolize, together. I don't really know how to symbolize things very well. I should probably Google that, but I wanted to do it on my own. So, you running away symbolizes that you are trying to get away from him, that you don't want anything to do with him or her, that you're done. But the fact that he disappears means that you think for a while that you're safe, that there's no reason for you to fear anymore, that you're okay now. Then he's back, and your worst possible thing, like the worst thing he could say to you was what he said for you to trust him in the first place. And I use the word I love you, because it feels like that's a very trusting word to some people. Like my little sister. I probably shouldn't use her as an example. I really shouldn't do that. She's 6. Well, I don't really have a good example for that anymore then. But what happens is that he gets you back by conning you into the relationship again, and then stabs you right back the same way that you stabbed him, or that he stabbed you and then he's just getting you this time, then he wins. I explained this a lot better to my therapist. I don't know why I'm fumbling now. Maybe it's because I was reading it. It made it difficult for me. How red is my mark? Oh boy, I'm putting that back. Oh boy. That's gonna be a fun thing to explain to my mom. That's about it though. I made it to the 10-minute mark, so I can end now. If you liked it and you want to hear more or encourage me to write more and be louder about it, please send words of encouragement in the comments. Otherwise, I might be too afraid to do that again. But then again, I don't feel like people would really like my stories as much as I do. But, that's about it. So, yeah. Bye.